Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Dear students, today we have very amazing topic. It's very closer to our heart and you would definitely enjoy. And I have with me another teacher, Sister Shabano, and she is here to discuss with us this topic and gonna give her inputs. And we are going to explain why what are Allah's command about parents and why parents are important in our life and what is their role. So Allah Ta'ala is our benefactor. He created us with all the blessings and all the resources on earth. So when he sent to earth, he thought that there should be someone who should take care of us as a child or as kids. So he made parents. So parents are our benefactor on earth, just like Allah is benefactor in both worlds. So that's the role of parents. We will do deep dive into this, but I would like to ask Sister Mano to explain further.
Yeah, thank you, Busha Salman. And I'm very excited about this journey with all of you that I will have when I opportunity to learn this concept of parents and what Allah says about parents. So what to about anything, there is an aspect what we think, and the process and the view we have and the thought process we have, it may have few drawbacks, it may have few discrepancies, but it is so I'm so anxious about the topic we are going to discuss, that what is Allah's view about that topic, and the topic is so dear to my heart as well, and it is about parents. So Busha, I want you to start it, and then we'll go further in this topic.
Definitely. So we have prepared these slides as a baseline of our conversation. We are going to read through one by one. Some of it I will read and some of it my sister Shabano will read. And then we will discuss each point with you, like if Allah has said something about parents, what is wisdom behind it, and what is role of mother, what is role of father, what are your responsibilities towards them. So let's start. Okay, so the basic theme is Allah's word about parents. What's the value of parents? There is an amazing ayah in Quran about parents. I'm not going to read through the Arabic. You can definitely read one because these slides are going to be shared with you. This is ayah number 17. This is surah number 17 and ayah 23 to 25, Surah Al-Isra. And Allah Ta'ala says in Quran, your Lord has commanded that you should worship none but him, and show kindness to your parents if either or both of them attain old age with you. Say no word of contempt to them and do not rebuke them, but always speak gently to them and treat them with humility and tenderness. And say, Lord, be merciful to them as they raised me up when I was little. Lord knows best what is in your heart. If you are righteous, he is most forgiving to those who constantly turn to him. This is really beautiful, compact ayah which describes all kind of aspects, like value of parents, what is their rank in sight of Allah, and it also elaborates what are our responsibilities. What do you say, Sister Shabana?
Yeah, no doubt this amazing ayat elaborates very clearly. What I understand from this ayat, Sister Busha, and I hope kids and all the students will love to go and think about further in their own capacity, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has already given us the whole infrastructure through nature. We can breathe, so the whole system is there. So on individual level, this the care and the support system in the form of relationship, that the starting unit is parents. Most of the time they are parents, and if somehow few of us are not having both of them or either one of them, still we have the support system, and it it surely indicates the care of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It indirectly and directly shows the care of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to be very vigilant and conscious about the concept that these parents which are like walking around us in our house, and they are serving us through the 24 hours a day, and they are like, we most of the time take for granted them. We should think, we should ponder that this are the part system, they are the part of the support system. So we should be in the feeling of gratitude, which I think surely is the result of that contemplation. The second thing, which is the part of ayah, that first Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to be sure where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stands in front of our life, in our life. So he is the foremost important foremost important personality. He should be the most foremost important personality. But after that, what if we are not having an idea and the respect and the magnitude how parents are blessing for us, how much they are, then this is not a good thing. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these ayat emphasizing on that aspect, and without understanding why it is so, we cannot have an idea. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in same ayat is explaining that think why they are important, because look in the newborn baby, how he is dependent on the other person, who cannot walk, he cannot talk, he can express, and he cannot express. So these are the parents who are taking care. Unless he's not able to walk, they will just follow that baby unless he's not fully independent. So I think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not only telling us the command, but also the reason why should. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to think, to believe and digest this thing in our spirit, that why should we behave this. Thank you, Busha, over to you.
Mashallah, that's really amazing concept. And I love that part when you said, if you don't recognize the value of parents, how you will recognize the value of your Lord, because he is our benefactor overall for both worlds, this world and all heavens and all universes he has created. And on the earth specifically, parents are our benefactors. So if we do not recognize the value of parents, we will not recognize the ultimate benefactor's value as well. So it's very beautiful. And we will further read explanation from the slide as well, and we will continue this discussion. So I will just request Sister Bano to read this.
Yeah, please. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Explanation. For the human being, God is everything. He is his creator, Lord, and sustainer. But God remains in the unseen. He does not come before man to gain recognition. This means that when one acknowledges one's helplessness with words, greatness of God, one does so out of choice rather than as a result of some visible compulsion. In this respect, the case of elderly parents is somewhat similar in nature to that of God. The parents have no material power over their children. When the children treat their parents well, they do it of their own free will and not because of material pressure. This is the real test of man in the present world. Here he has to adopt the way of truth and justice without being forced to do so. Ji, Busha Salman, can you please express?
Yeah, so I think it's saying in the first paragraph, it's saying same thing, that the nature of parents' job is as the nature of God's job. It's not literally God's job, like God's task or God's will, that he takes care of us, right? Similarly, parents take care of us. So if we do not recognize what is the rank of parents, how bigger personalities they are, how important personalities they are in our life, we will not recognize God's greatness. So it's the same thing. In the second part, it's beautiful aspect, and it's very much enlightening, that when you take care of parents, you take care out of no greed. because at that they are at that age when they cannot benefit you, because they have kind of expired their physical energies, their financial resources and everything at that moment only for your upbringing, right? That is another story. But the point is they have nothing at that point, and they are no more able to at some point. Maybe when you are younger they are still benefiting you, and you are supposed to be obedient, but when they really grow old, they cannot benefit you anymore, and then your real test comes into the picture, that they cannot benefit you and still you have to love them, respect them, listen to them and obey them. And at the same time, when you are a kid, you are supposed to do that, because you are not going to learn it overnight. You are supposed to train yourself from the childhood, and from the day one you are supposed to listen to your parent. And not only because it's a training, it's also it's you are helping them, you are helping your parents to do their role in a better way. It's their role from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to raise you well. If you will cooperate, it will earn them Jannah, because then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say that you did an amazing job to your parents by raising so well behaved kid. So everything goes to the point that we need to obey them. Over to you, Sister Shabana.
Yeah, I just wanna just add another thing, that not we don't have to, like you said, that we don't have to wait when they will grow up and they will reach to a certain age level, and then we have to obey them, or then we have to be gentle and kind to them. You know, in the whole day there is a certain moment, especially for moms, we come to the last moments, last hours of the night day. They are very hard for the mother, especially because the whole day she's up from the one core to another. She is mostly tired at that. I mean, the same goes with the father. They are earning for you. Father is like doing everything physically and mentally and emotionally. He is learning, quarreling with many challenges. He's going through many challenges at emotional stage. When your parents in the daytime, anytime, if she or he is in a moment of anger, somehow it is possible. So you have to be a support system for them, not a source of problem for them. So okay, let's suppose that you are a problem for them. Is it a good thing to be a problem of them for them, or is it a good thing to be a support for them, not even for this life, as Bushra said, for life after this word? And sometimes they're so tired, your mother want to go for namaz or prayer, Isha prayer, and she is not able to because she is so tired. And if you are throughout the day, you are helping, but in little things, and she's able to say you, or you are like somehow you are helping them, it will not only give smile on their faces, they will pray for you. Literally, they say in front of you that you're such a good child. What about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's feeling? Just imagine. So to dive into emotion, that these parents are just blessing. So in few moments you may have a lot of disagreement, but be with them. And this is my learning as well, and I hope you all be having the same journey and
mashallah, such a great practical examples for the kids of this age, like how they can be helpful for their parents. And it's beautiful. So there is another explanation to the same ayah. I'll read through.
Okay.
Explanation number 2, he has to perform of his own free will. And at this, I think this is continuity. I think this is continuity to that slide. It's let's read through the first one again, the last sentence. If a man turns over new leaf after doing, I think, I'm so sorry.
So this is the explanation to Sister Bushra. You have to go back.
Okay. 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 So here, okay. So this is the real test of man in the present world. Here he has to adopt the way of truth and justice, without being forced to do so. He has to perform of his own free will and his player such deeds as he would perform if God appeared before him in all his omnipotence. Such voluntary action poses a serious test for man. However, God has made it easy for man by his special grace. He does not test man with the severity of master who becomes overly exercised about petty things. If a man is basically loyal to God, he excuses his petty lapses. If man turns over a new leaf after doing something wrong, he pardons him, regardless of how great a sin he may have committed. uh, Sister Shabano, what do you have to say about it?
Yeah, this explanation is talking about the concept of free choice. And for a quick intro, I want to tell you that man is man only because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have given us free choice, in contrast with the nature and the angels and all the jinns around in the universe. So this free will is not given us only free will. This free will is embedded with the ability to think, the intelligence. So, we are given an ability, a power, and meanwhile we are given the guiding system, and that guiding system is within our personality, and that is intelligence and conscious. So these both things will help us to use that free will in a wise manner with the wisdom. So as we all know that Quran is the basic source of hidayah, and Quran is the basic source of the spiritual food. So, and in case somehow we don't have Quran, there is something inside ourself, and that is called conscious, which tells us how to behave, what are the central point which we don't have, where we don't have to detract. So free will, we all have free will, and if we are obliged, or we are recommended to obey our parents, it should not be out of compulsion. It should be out of our own feelings. It should be a product of our emotions. And we cannot do it forcefully. If we do it, that is not that will not be rewarded at all. And what is the benefit of the thing which we are not which is not good in eye of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So we will use this free will, and we will use this free will out of our intelligence and our result of consciousness. So as we are talking about the concept of parents, in the initial ayah which Busha Salman has mentioned, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly indicates that because they were very much kind to you in the initial stages, and just I want you all to imagine how you were helpless when you were very much young, or if you yourself are not able to, just imagine any of your younger sibling or any of your cousin who is very much younger than you. Whenever now it's your task, okay, you all have this task that go, and if you see around any younger sibling or anyone, just imagine how their parents are behaving with them. If they move outside of their street, if the parents are not there, one elder sibling will be ordered to follow that little sibling. So why it is so? Because you will see the unseen care, and that care is not from the person. It is a divine care which is sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you are caring about that care, and if you're consciously in the feeling of gratitude, in fact, you are directly consciously connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's blessing. You're feeling that blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is not a small thing. If you are aware of this thing, it means you are understanding this thing. If you are understanding, so out of intelligence, out of your conscious decision you are doing this is, and you are doing, then it will be rewarded. And trust me, go and do this experiment. You when you will understand it, you will feel it, you will do it, you will be so satisfied and you will be peaceful. Your parents will be so happy because you're not doing because your parents are saying you to do so, or don't answer us, don't do like this, don't. No, you think about that it is not because they are saying,
Because
so I think the main concept which is given here is same. And Bisho, over to you if you think
Jazakallah for amazing points. Yeah, I would like to add this thing that this slide also says one more thing, that if that Allah never puts anything to burdenize his creation, right? His man. If Allah has given you some responsibility, it is definitely to our capability. Like it matches to our capability. It means we can take care of parents. That's why this ability is given to us. So you cannot say, oh, it's very hard task. No, it's not hard task. Just like your parents have the ability to take care of you, you have ability to show obedience to them. Now, to err is human being. You can do mistakes. Mistakes happens all the time. Just like we do mistakes in other matters, we can do mistakes. Sometimes we can hurt our parents, but as long as you have ability to say sorry, you have ability to recognize that you did mistake, and like the slide says, if man turns over new leaf, so every time it's a new beginning. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is love. He is comprised of love, and he loves us. He does not want to punish us. Parents are symbol of his love. So if you are showing love towards your parents, he would reciprocate that love towards you. He would forgive your small mistakes. That is very important and beautiful point in this slide. So that's lovely. So with saying this, I would like to tell specifically that what is importance of mother and what is importance of father through hadith. There is one hadith. Sister Banu, would you like to recite?
Yeah, let me
Just read the translation.
The Holy Prophet has said, paradise lies under the feet of mother. Amazing.
Oh, amazing. So this is actually it's a proverb kind of thing. What I should say, it's an analogy. Like it's not literally like Jannah is not something under the feet. Of course, it's not. It's like what Allah Ta'ala is trying to convey, that your mother is that much important, that you cannot attain Jannah unless you take care of her, because usually the feet are symbol of, if you want to pay thanks to someone who is very much tired, you can just go and massage their feet, your family members, like especially your mother. You can take example of mother. You can just go and massage their feet. It's like that act of taking care of that mother is used symbolically here, that if you would take care of your mother the way, to the extent that you go and massage her feet, that will earn you Jannah. Now this act is, again I said, it's symbolic. You can take care by not just massaging, by helping in the kitchen, by listening to her, by being patient if she needs to give you time but she's doing other chores, or seeing other siblings and doing house chores, or she has other responsibilities. So just being cooperative, just being a source of relaxation, you can earn Jannah. And this is so beautiful. And it's, Sister Bano, don't you think it's very easy to attain? I know it's easy and difficult at the same time, but I think it's very easy. A person who is very caring for you, you have to just reciprocate that love for that person, right? What do you say?
Exactly. And I am focusing on a thing, that how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is making our life easy by settling all the relations. Like for a human being, he's starting with the nearby relationship, and that is our parents. So it's very easy to always be good to them. Like all they are this we always have this opportunity to be good with them. So we cannot go always for the donations, we cannot go always for the, it's not always easy, hajj and zakat. everything is not in our approach, especially if we are talking about kids. So this is something which for a kid, it is the starting point of their spiritual journey, their gratitude journey. So I think if we focus on this test, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us the first point or first dot of, or the first step towards that journey. So we can also take in that way. And well said. I think you explained it well. And obviously this is a analogy, and this is a great way to express the importance of mother. Yeah, jazakallah khair. Yeah, Bushra.
Jazakallah, Sister Shabano. Now we will explain like what is importance of father. So I'll recite, and then I can give my input as well. Not reciting it, I'm just elaborating it. This is in Urdu, but we can translate it in English, that the father is middle gate of Jannah, or middle gate of paradise. Now, what does that mean? It means that you can, if Allah on one hand said that that Jannah or paradise lies under feet of your mother, at the same time, father has also that much regard or value that you cannot enter in Jannah unless you respect your father and listen to him. Like earlier, Sister Shabano said that your father has challenges outside of house. He's earning the money he is supposed to spend on you with lots of hard work. When he comes back, he is supposed to be heard, supposed to be respected, and supposed to be listened to. So what do you have to say, Sister Shabano? We will quickly elaborate just 1-2 points because we have another point to discuss, and then we will wind up it.
Yeah, exactly. This I think one of the most for granted relationship which we take, and always we are focusing mostly on mothers, but we should like think and contemplate that how father is arranging everything from outer world in our house. He has created that house in a little Jannah for us, everything. He is not letting his wife out, his daughters out, his even wives out. He's providing all things from grocery to paying bills, and he doesn't spend the whole day in that house, for which he's spending for rents and bills and all that. He's not spending time. So if there was a research that tells that out of the yearly income, almost 5% father spends on himself. So on the yearly income, only 5%, and it can be less as well. So what he's doing, it is the divine care which is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it is bestowed on us, we kids, through our father as well. So we should not take it for granted. And as Bushra, you said, when he comes home, be rush for the water glass and present it to him, be respectful. And if he's tired, somehow some days are good and some days are bad, and it goes for him as well. So give him space, give him a silent space, that stay away for a while, so that he could be cool, he could be calm. And we have to be very sensitive about father as well. So we have Abul Anbiya, Hazrat Ibrahim, and a lot of, how they are the pillars of our teaching schools, spiritual teaching schools. They are the father of those schools. So being into those stories, I think we should not, we should be very conscious about this. And yeah, Bushra.
Amazing points. And we will definitely, in our upcoming classes, which are part of our long-term course, we will read through all those stories which you mentioned about prophets.
Yeah.
Okay. Jazakallah. So now we have this beautiful prayer for which Allah Ta'ala has advised us in Quran. We will just go through this, and then we have some activity for the class. One more slide and then the activity. So dua for your parents is, my Lord, bestow on them your mercy as they did bring me up when I was young. So Sister Shabano, I would add my aspect and you will add, and then we will continue further. So I think this is Allah Ta'ala is saying the same thing which we said in the start, like he is our benefactor and he made he delegated the responsibility to parents to take care of us. So this dua is really beautiful, that you are saying this is ultimate care. The ultimate care has been put in this dua, that you are describing the extent of care. You are saying that Allah, please take care of them like they took care of me in when I was, infant. I was not able to do anything. And it's really beautiful. This thing shows that nothing is beyond that care which parents have given you. It means that this dua has a beautiful aspect, that Allah Ta'ala is telling us two things. One, we need to pray for them. Two, that nothing is beyond that care. That's why Allah has given example of that care when we have to do the dua. Sister
Yeah.
Ban, you need to add
Yeah,
something?
this is beautiful dua, and from here we can derive a lesson that we can create dua out of reference. This dua is evidence of how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us to create our own prayers out of any reference. So a kid is thinking about his own infanthood, so he is referring to that dependent time, and we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that please take care of my parents the way they took care of us. So this reference is one thing which we have to keep in our mind, and further I hope in coming session we will learn how to create our own dua, making few reference points inshallah. But here I would love to say that hum huma is a word that goes with both of the parents. So you are covering both parents with love, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala please take care of them the way they. So these words are beautiful words, amazing words. So over to you, Bushra Salman.
Jazakallah khair. I feel this topic is amazing, and we can talk a lot more in upcoming long-term lectures. So this is the last slide, and then we have a class activity. So get to know your parents. Why Allah had advised children to love, respect, and take care of their parents. What is about parents that Allah likes the role of parents. So I think it kind of covers what we have already said. Getting to know is a new point. Like, they are also human being like you. They have, just like you have your worries and weak points and happinesses and excitements, they do have as well. So try to be friend with your parents. Try to listen to their emotions, their worries, because you are in the age that you should be friend of your parents. So over to you, Sister Bano. We won't say a lot because we have to give them activity.
Okay, but this is, I think I will refer to the slide where we discussed free choice. So, and understanding and intelligence and conscious. So I think the kids are grown up, they are well aware of the concept of listening. They should know that they should sit with parents. Please sit with them, listen to them, how they spend their time the whole day. You can talk to your mom, how she had a day. You can talk to your father. So talk to them, start being friend with them. If they are not they are busy somehow, give them a cushion, give them a place, and you should be a best friend for them. So I think this is, and by knowing and understanding we can go good with them as well. So it's a key point, I think. Yeah.
Yes, knowing is the key point. Definitely knowing anyone is the key point to be good with them. So Jazakallah khair for amazing point, Sister Shabano. Okay, so we have now activity here, and this is what I'm going to request to your amazing instructors, teachers in the class, that they would mentor you in this. And it's share something about your parents, mother and father. Where are they from? What is the background? What was the childhood like? Share one of their childhood story. So these slides would be shared in the class and would be presented to you, and then you can look at the slide and do your question answer in your notebooks. And then about your parents, what are the things characteristic you love about your parents, and tell us why you are proud of your parents. So these two slides are your activities. Write down in your own words and as much as you want to write and as much as time your instructor allows in the class, and your responses will be submitted to us, both of us, and we will give response. And with saying that, I would thank Sister Shabano, and we
Thank you.
will join, we will come with another amazing topic together. And till then, Allah Hafiz for now.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.